they're getting so
Yeah,
political now to where
is running out of shit to talk about, bro.
yeah, it's no longer about sports because I wanted to ask you about the "Don't Say Gay" bill that was passed. That I think is being passed in Florida. Are you familiar with that?
Man, it's so funny you said that because I had
Because
a
because
great debate
initially,
about that.
yeah, because initially, I saw, you know, I guess it was ESPN, like they started doing like a moment of silence and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I thought someone died. I was like, man, who died now? Then it was like they explained that it was because Florida was passing that "Don't Say Gay" bill. And I'm like, well, okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, what the hell? What happened? Hold on.
All right.
Sorry, bro.
Oh, yeah, you all good. So,
So
so then, so basically, what I understand about the bill is that they're protecting the children, the elementary age, from those conversations. Am I
so
right?
okay, so the opposers to this bill is calling it "Don't Say Gay" bill. The
Okay.
people that don't like it is calling that. That's not what the bill is called.
Okay.
Now,
All right.
it,
Good.
and you're absolutely right. It is stopping sexual orientation or gender, whatever the case they're trying to do for children. So they're pretty much talking about like they're gonna have discussions in classes about sexual gender.
And that parents should don't have to be involved in the
Yeah, in the lesson plan, something like that, whatever case may be. So let me tell you, it's so crazy that you said that, bro, because I've had a conversation with family members about this, right?
all right.
And I like this. I was like, okay, what makes a teacher or whatever qualified to talk about sexual orientation? Like, what makes a teacher qualified to talk about like, and then if we're talking about history of the alphabet soup community, right? Like we're going to start pulling out history like, oh, well, George Washington was gay, like, oh, the Martha was bisexual. You know what I mean? Like, what we're going to start, where is this? We're going to start pulling history and, putting people like, up on boards and stuff like that. And then, and that's when I said, like, look at it, like, you're talking about what, third, fourth grade, right? So third and fourth grade is like what, 8 and 9,
Right.
right? So that means that for 8 or 9 years, you have been progressively and motivating, inspiring your child, or I don't know, you should be, your daughter or your son, how beautiful and smart and strong and handsome and debonair, and and you have all these abilities and you're courageous, you're a hero, you're giving them this self-love motivation. You are a young man, you are a young lady, you're going to grow up to be a handsome and smart young man, and
Right.
make you're going to be a great husband, or you're going to we're doing that, right? For 8 years we are implementing that, we're building that foundation of self-love. And if nobody has nothing nice to say to you, don't listen to them, blah blah. We're trying to do the best we can with these things, right? Because we want to
Right.
change how we raise our kids, because we definitely want to change how the way, because we were, right? So, and also be accepting. Yes, baby, this is what this means. Son, this is what this means. You know what I mean? Like, as we go on, and having respect for others. It doesn't, you don't have to approve of it, but respect them. You know what I mean? We got to respect if somebody has a disability, somebody that has a learning disability, somebody that looks different colors, different backgrounds. We got to respect it. So we're teaching our kids that, right? All the way up to third or fourth grade. Then you throw this for a loop. You go into a classroom where you have a teacher there that's like, okay, hey, James, um, what's the difference between a boy and a girl? Hey, Jane, Susan, what's the difference between a boy and a girl? Now we're like, well, okay. Oh, well, did you know, Sue, that you can be a boy if you wanted to? Oh, did you know, James, that you could be a girl if you wanted to? Did you know that everybody here can be what they wanted to do? And it's like, as a parent, that hell no. What the fuck are you doing? Like now
Hmm.
you using my kid now. Now my kid's like, now all of a sudden, your son comes home and was like, hey, I want to be a girl, dad, because the teacher said I could be wherever I want to be. Your daughter comes home like, oh, I want to be a boy because teacher said I want to be what I want to be because it's cool,
Hmm.
trend, it's a fashion, it's everywhere. This is what we're doing. We're
Hmm.
not talking about how sensitive these issues are, how transgender is, they're high in suicide rates. You know what I mean? We're
Are.
not talking about how, the difficulties that we still, and my thing is just, and like David Chappelle said, I am a little jealous of the alphabet soup community because how much they've gotten so
How
much.
much they progressed.
Yeah, it's like, man, like, it took us for what, 300-400 years. I won't even go back far. It took us 50 years and we still tripping. You know what I mean? We still Black Lives Matter and all that crap. You know what I mean? We're still, black, cops and black and or whatever their agenda they're trying to put out, but we're still dealing with this racism crap from 1964. And then they changed it, made sure that we voted in 1965. So it's like, when you look at history, man, it's like, and then all of a sudden, what, the last 10 years, dude, don't ask, don't tell, got passed in the military. You know what I mean? Like we're seeing gay parades and stuff like that. And you don't see no black parades. And then somebody got mad at me and was like, got frustrated and we
Oh
started.
wait, you do see a black parade,
But
MLK.
and then like, yeah, so somebody
Yeah,
got
but that's yeah.
that. Like it took us a while to get that. But my thing was just like, it was like, well, you guys got a whole month. I'm like, y'all do too. Y'all got a Pride Month. You know what I mean? Like, what's up? It took us a while to get that. So my thing is just like, but what's this? He's all like, well, you guys teach black, history in school. And I'm just like, so how are we gonna be gay history? What history? Who right now is, I don't know. So how what we gonna
I
pull
mean,
that
if
out?
they're gonna go with gay history, I think that's probably. I mean, you're going way back into the Roman times, and I don't think they want to go that far and talk about that in schools.
Yeah. It's just I look at it like this, man. They took religion out of school. We don't even say, the Pledge of Allegiance because it got God in it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So my like this. Let's leave all this sexuality and whatever case may be and religion out of schools. You know what I mean? Let's do that and leave it up to the parents to teach their kids however they want to be taught. And one of the things that me and my and one of the things to go back to, one of me and my family members was arguing about is that the fact she was so upset that people were ignorant in the fact is they didn't know about, like, pretty much like didn't accept it. And I was like, wait a minute. So you're mad because they're not accepting something they don't approve of? Like you're mad because they don't approve of it and they don't want to learn about it? But you could say that the same way as you saying about them. You know what I mean? So my thing is like that's not an argument. Like you have to understand, like, people don't have to approve of your lifestyle.
Yeah.
This makes this country, or should be making this country great, is freedom of speech. Is somebody that you do not like have an opportunity to say something that you don't like, but still have an opportunity to say it. And if I don't approve, that is my free will, and that's my freedom to not approve of your lifestyle. Doesn't mean that I break the law by harming you, by shaming you, because there are laws with that. But it gives you to a certain perspective that you should respect. You should respect our decisions, our different opinions. I don't
Right.
approve of your lifestyle, and I don't approve that the fact is that you're putting this on my child when I don't have to teach my child anything that I feel like, you know, that he doesn't need or she needs to know. Does that make me ignorant? No.
I don't know. It seems like they're trying to remove parents from having any type of
And that's
say
what it is.
so of their
No,
child's upbringing.
they're already taking the, and especially in the black community, man. We're already dealing with this. I mean, we're shooting back up. I can start seeing it, man. Us black fathers, I see a lot of us out there. I see it on my Instagram. This is what I follow. This is what I love. This is what I want to build in my environment is fathers, you know, Black fathers, all types of fathers, man, that I'm seeing all that. You know what I mean? We got to bring fathers back into the home. You know, I could see that. I could feel it. I could see a lot of dads being around. You know what I mean? We still got some work to do, but we got to bring fathers back in the home, man. They're a pillar to the families. You know, moms, yes, they do. They get things done. You know, like I said, the women are the, you know, wives are the neck of our heads, you know, but fathers are pivotal because if you ask some of these cats out here, 80% of these cats never had a father in their life. They were raised by women. Now, I'm not saying no great men and women, but my thing is that you could tell when a cat ain't never had a father in his life.
Yeah, I think that's like a deeper issue if we dive into it, like why and stuff like that. That's like another story for another day, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
But
man.
that just shows where we're at. And I guess in some ways, I mean, if we're just dealing with this now, I mean, there's
Just
a lot more coming in the
make a
pipeline.
school, make a school, like Catholic school. Guess what? They want to do the Catholic thing. They made a Catholic school. They wanted a Christian school. They made a Christian school. They wanted the all Black school. What is it? HBCUs. There they go. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah, and that goes along with the trends in sports. You
Oh,
know, and even Caitlyn Jenner, like I posted this on the IG feed that how even Caitlyn Jenner, that's a trans, she said that, hey, if you're a biological man, you need to participate in male sports. If you're a biological woman, you need to participate in women's sports because there's just
there is no amount of estrogen in a man, especially a peak athlete man, that's going to lower down that testosterone for them to be par with the elite peak athletic woman. It's not going to happen.
yeah.
That guy went from 353 place swimmer to #1 in the women's. And I don't care. And he just, dude, I'm not gonna lie, he don't even look like a woman, so it ain't even close. So I don't know what type of estrogen. And they said he only had to have somewhat of estrogen for the year or something like that to compete in D1.
Right.
Which I'm like, oh, like I'm just astounded, like, to this thing. You know what I mean? Like
That it came to this, that it came this far.
like what, I don't know, man. And then especially in this sports thing, like there has to be some type of rule, bro. Like you either got to be coming from school with this, not transition in school to this. And then I guess it comes down, it's like, well, you don't really know, and there's no time limit. I don't know, man. The whole thing sounds sketchy to me, but I don't know what he's trying to do or whatever he decides. I just feel like the man needs therapy. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. The NCAA, they got to do a better job of protecting the
women athletes, man. The
women athletes.
women's sports, man. Like David Chappelle. Yo, why we go? I'm going back to David Chappelle because he's saying everything, man. Holla at your boy David Chappelle. We hold you down. You know what I mean?
Please do.
Let's get it. But my thing is like this, man. Like real talk. Like the LeBron James thing. The LeBron James decided that he was like, I want to be a woman, and went to the WNBA. Bro, yo, it wasn't fair. It wouldn't be fair.
It wouldn't be fair.
Enough estrogen in the world for a LeBron James to transition into a woman. He would still have the beard dunking on women with long hair. Like he wouldn't even grow his hair back. It's not enough damn estrogen that you could get that man.
He'll get a lace front. But yeah, it's just it's just crazy how things are.
Oh my God.
It's crazy how things are getting.
Oh man. Hey man, what is it? Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
There you go.
Just pay attention to your kids, and just educate your kids. That's all I say. I'm not. Don't promote hate. Promote education. You know what I mean? We need to, as parents of our future generations, I feel that we need to educate ourselves as well as educate our children for the future and get ready for changes. Be able to adapt. And like I said, we all have to keep an open mind, and we all have to understand that everybody is not going to approve of something. We're always going to have our agreements or disagreements, but if we can compromise and if we can respect each other's opinions, then I feel like there's still hope, and that's all we have for this country, and for ourselves. It's just hope that we can come to an understanding, and hope that we can really pride ourselves on developing, um, you know, good people, good human beings, man, for the future. And that's pretty much I hope and pray for my daughter and her generation coming up in this world. And it's stuff like this, man, that I'm so happy to be a part of. Talking to you today about subjects like this, and and I know somebody else is going to watch this, and I hope it either helps them, or or get a good laugh at it, or whatever case may be, and maybe
Oh yeah, definitely.
possibly go educate themselves about things that they didn't know. So we're informing you. This is our opinion, guys. We're not promoting hate. We're not doing this. This is how we feel about certain subjects. We might not always agree either with me and Howard here, but this comes from love, and this is information, man. This is just where we can talk. Be
Yeah,
ourselves.
love and understanding,
Yeah,
basically. So
definitely, man. This is a
what's
platform.
going on?
Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, bro. That was a great topic, bro. That's probably
Yeah,
one.
that is something on my mind, and hopefully later down the line we can get someone from the LGBT community to come on and
Oh
really
yeah, definitely, man. It's like
get their perspective on
yeah, you're absolutely right,
on
man. That would
things, you know. So
that would that would be definitely awesome, man. Because we like I said, we all have to be good human beings. But it all comes down to it. We're human beings, and regardless on if you believe in one deity or the other deity, I guarantee you, in all those books that we got, deities, everybody says love, and understanding. Everybody says respect each other's neighbors and everything. I got the 10 Commandments. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
But as long as we follow them, man, I think we're gonna be all right, man. But other than that, it's just definitely, yeah, man. We like let us, I have a couple of coworkers that are transitioning right now, or are at the end of their transition. So great human beings, funny people, you know what I mean? But you know, I would love more information, you know what I mean? Obviously we can't talk like that at work, but
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
definitely.
I would
Nah.
love information to understand it, to educate my daughter, growing up, and possibly seeing a transgender kid, in school, and know how to deal with that, know how to respect their transition, or wherever they boy or girl, whatever case may be. So definitely, man. Yeah.